What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 mega cap stocks in this video. But before we get started, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple stock is down 3.58%. Now Apple stock, no matter what you're doing in the market, you could be shorting, you could be going long, do not ignore this candle on Apple stock. This is a massive, a bearish engulfing candle on Apple stock, and that is telling us something about this market. Now, usually Apple sells off after the event, but in this case and this year, it's selling off before the event. So somebody somewhere, some big money, smart money knows something we don't, and that is why we're seeing that sell off on Apple stock. And this is massive, guys. When was the last time you saw Apple stock down $7-8 in one day? That is massive. And now if you look at my screen, cannot even break above 183. So that's going to be a key level to watch, a resistance to watch tomorrow on Apple, 183, and then 185, 186.72. Now yesterday and day before, and I did mention in my video, I was eyeing to get some puts on Apple, especially after closing this gap on top. Well, unfortunately, and that is why you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I was waiting for this gap to get filled and then get some puts and sell out after the event. But looks like Apple investors, they have a different plan for Apple stock today. A massive drop before the event. So Apple stock tomorrow, if you want to watch a big level of support on Apple, 180. Now today I was taking some calls on Apple and I got stopped out. I think I got around 183 and some change, close to 184, and I put a stop 183. This thing came down and took out 183. I was out of Apple stock, and then look at this move all the way down to 181.47, almost touching white line 20 SMA. So tomorrow you need to watch 183, 185, 186.72 to the upside. To the downside, you need to watch carefully 180, because if that gives up, you're going to see 176 to 177 and possibly coming all the way back to 170 and then filling this gap by end of this month all the way down here at 167. On Microsoft, kind of a flat day here on Microsoft, holding about this trend right here. We got this mini uptrend, and so far Microsoft holding that. And again, like I said yesterday, 330 right now, right here, holding blue line 5 SMA as a support into closing, and now it's trading close to 333. So now Microsoft needs to get above 338, 339, and that would be a bullish breakout for a move all the way up to 345. While looking at Apple, this thing breaks below, I would say right here, 324. Yes, we have support at 330, but Microsoft comes down and takes out white line 20 SMA. That's going to break this uptrend, and also breaking below white line 20 SMA 324, you're going to see a flush all the way down to 320 and then down here 315 to this lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart. So keep an eye on that. I mean, if Apple stock is selling off, this one here, Microsoft, keep an eye on that, guys. This mini uptrend on Microsoft, soon as this thing breaks below 330, you're going to see some more downside, at least 324 in the short term. But Microsoft holding above 330, then watch out. We could see a trip all the way up to 339 right here on Microsoft. This Bollinger Band slowly expanding, so we might just go sideways before hitting 339. And this Bollinger Band needs to expand all the way up to 339. And then we're going to see that next leg up and possibly that breakout above 339 to close this gap here at 345. On Meta, it's down 0.33%, and Meta getting up to 303.30. And look at this rejection once again from 300. Yesterday was holding 300, and I was talking about it in my video that 300 is going to be a key level to watch. And now we might get that Bollinger Band squeeze. We got the upper one coming down and the lower one going up. So there could be a big, big move coming here on Meta very soon. Now watch this support down here. 295 white line 20 SMA, and that is holding even today. 295.66 low for the day, white line 20 SMA. Below 295, 290, and then possibly coming all the way down to 280 to 276. Above 300, yes, you could see some more upside, possibly up to 309.56 to 316, but if you look at my screen, this is going to be a big level to break and hold 300. And here's my X account. And if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. And I do post a lot of my trade ideas, especially the ones that I share with my Patreon group, and also daily, weekly expected moves, my charts, and especially here, guys, SPY. Lower level 446, so we're already outside the lower expectation of this week. So yes, we could see a bounce from here, and also on triple Q right here, 371, 372, that's the lower level. So yes, we could see a bounce on triple Q also. And IWM getting down to, what is it today, 184, so 185, 184, and the lower level here on IWM 188. So yes, a bounce possible on IWM as well. In Apple stock right here, look at this, guys. Lower level 185.98, so I would say 186, and now it's trading at 183. So definitely we could see a bounce on Apple stock also. And that is why you need all these levels, especially weekly, daily expected moves for the market. Now, here's another thing. And these are some trades that I actually take and I share with my paid Patreon group. And right here, that is a big miss today. Yes, I made $19,000, but guys, that was an insane trade. Shorting Roku around $94, getting those puts for 70 cents, and guess what? Can you guess how much are those right now? They went for $3.36 each, 500 contracts right here. But because of this big position, I had to trim. I got only 40%, but the move was massive. And that is why when you have patience in the market, you can wait for the right play. Only one good trade, and you can make a ton of money. And if you want to get, some of these trade ideas, definitely you can support the channel also. Check out the Patreon. On Netflix is down 0.65% and getting rejected at 450, and now coming down and retesting exactly blue line 5 SMA right here, 440, and getting that bounce and now trading above 443. So Netflix right here, guys, everything is clear. Above 443, you want to watch the resistance at 450, and above that, you could see a lot more upside all the way up to this gap 470, but it's going to take some time. Below 450, watch support 443, and then blue line 5 SMA 440, and only if that gives up, you're going to see Netflix all the way down here at 432, and then white line 20 SMA 423.88 down to even 419. On Amazon, stock is down 1.39%, and Amazon now barely holding 13 SMA as a support 135. Soon as Amazon gives up 135, we also have support down here at 133, red line 50 SMA, and then all the way down here close to 130, and then the gap just below 130. To the upside, Amazon needs to break above 136.77, 138, and then you're going to see more upside on Amazon, possibly all the way back up to 143 to 146. And the same thing happening here on Amazon, getting a Bollinger Band squeeze. So I think we're going to see a huge, huge move in this market very soon. I just can tell you that, if it's going to play out to the upside or to the downside, we just have to wait and see where and how this market plays out in next few days. On Google, stock is down 1%, and Google holding exactly 135 as a support into closing. So that is still bullish on Google stock. It was getting a bit overextended. We saw that pullback almost touching 140, the target we have on top. And now it's pulling back to the support 135. Just below that, we also have support at 133, 132, white line 20 SMA, and then all the way down here at 130. Above 135, we could see Google stock going back up. And in that case, watch out for the resistance at 136.63 and then 138, 140. On Tesla stock is down 1.78%, and again buying today Tesla and not going really big on Tesla, buying close to 250 and then adding more on this dip down to 245 and then selling out for a nice profit. It wasn't that much, but end of the day in this market, if you're making profit, you're good. And that is why Tesla here, this is a good consolidation on Tesla, guys. We got this bull flag, we got the breakout, and now, like I said before, we could be forming another nice base right here on Tesla. And this thing needs to break, especially this red line, 50 SMA, and that is around 256.46, and then the big breakout will happen above 262. Now, if you look at my screen, it's barely holding 252 as a support, and that's going to be a key level to watch. And below that, there is no support until Tesla gets down to around 240 right here, and that is where this white line 20 SMA is sitting, and that's going to be a strong support. And also it's kind of in line here on Tesla right here, top of this bull flag where we got rejected before. So that is going to be a strong level to buy that dip on Tesla. If somehow we get a sell-off on Tesla again down to 240. Now Tesla breaks, actually holds and breaks 252. You're going to see a push up to 256, 262, and then 264. On AMD, stock is down 1.35%, and just like I said last night, AMD coming down to 108, holding support right here, 108, a big level of support on AMD, and going back up, and now trading at 109.28, down on the day just over 1%. So AMD, same thing like Microsoft, we got this mini uptrend, and so far, even today, it's holding right here, 108 as a support, and that's going to be a key level to watch tomorrow on AMD. But also to the upside, AMD can break 111. You're going to see a quick trip all the way up to 113.48 and possibly up to even 115.49 to close that small gap on top. Below 108, we also have support down here 107 and then free fall all the way down to 105 and then flat 100. On Nvidia, stock is down 3%. Now, this is another stock and another candle you cannot ignore on this daily chart, especially on a stock like Nvidia. I mean, clearly breaking through 473, 13 SMA on this daily chart, and that is not looking bullish, guys. This thing can flush all the way down to 457, and that is where Nvidia will find some strong support, white line 20 SMA. Now, Nvidia, like I said before, only people that are subscribed to my channel and especially my Patreon members, you know that I got a short position on Nvidia, and that is long term. Those puts are not going to expire anytime soon, and I'm up already again for the second time, 20% on my puts on Nvidia, and that is why I'm going to hold my position at least until Nvidia gets down to 435 and possibly even lower, because I got a lot of time. So if this thing goes up, again somehow and breaks that previous all-time highs, I'll just add more because I got time. I can wait. I was up 40%. I did not sell any, and I actually added more. So again, Nvidia paying to the downside, but I don't like shorting. If this thing is down to 400, I'm not going to buy puts here, guys. I bought those puts right on that earnings and added more right here again. So I'm up just close to 20%. I was up huge right here on this drop. And now this thing coming down again. Now I see some questions out there. People are asking whether they should buy Nvidia or possibly go long and swing trade, I would say, pick something else. Because if you look at it, market pulling back, Apple stock pulling back, Microsoft, everything pulling back. But where is the pullback here on Nvidia? This is what we get, $30. I mean, this thing is up massively. I mean, even if the stock gets down to 400, I would say it's still up massively. So there is no correction, nothing, no pullback going on. I mean, this thing was down here for maybe 30, 40 seconds, 404. And then look at this massive green candle within, just few days back up to 500. And now we're getting a pullback. So just because we're getting a pullback does not mean that, you should go and long Nvidia right here. You can scalp right here. If it gets down to, I would say, now it's under 13 SMA, but Nvidia can reclaim and recapture 473, then yes, possibly can get up to 482 again. But below 473, you want to watch this support down here, 458 to 457, and that would be an entry on Nvidia to possibly get some calls and just scalp, not holding overnight, not swing trading. You got to be very careful buying calls on Nvidia, because if this thing somehow gets a deeper pullback, it'll be down here. I guarantee you it'll be down here at 395 at some point. If not this year, you're going to see it next year, guys. Now, Nvidia, knowing Nvidia, I'm not rolling out that Nvidia cannot bounce and Nvidia will continue to sell off every day. No, that's not the case. Tomorrow, watch Nvidia. If it can break 473, you're going to see 482. Below 473, watch out for the support and another flush all the way down to 457 to 458. And then we also have support at 450. And then the gap below down here, 435.78. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And that's all I have for you in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated going into tomorrow.